Hey, what's going on, Summoners? My name is Nathaning, and today we're going to be talking about the 10 best bot laners for patch 12.5. While there are a few big changes to the game, the meta in the bot lane has been relatively stable. Nonetheless, let's dive right in so we can break down our top 10 picks as well as some great builds for them. Starting us off strong, we've got one of the absolute best bot laners in the game, with Jinx. Since the start of the season, Jinx has held her spot within the top 5 thanks to her incredible strength. While some call it an arcane buff, others prefer to say that it's thanks to the games favoring hypercarries and tankier allies. Regardless of where you stand, Jinx should be a core part of your champion pool this season. Her great laning phase and scaling make her a formidable opponent that can easily 1v9 games with the slightest lead. Taking a look now at Jinx's itemization, be sure to grab Flash and Heal as your summoner spells. Feel free to take Cleanse versus champions like Twisted Fate, Ashe, or Leona. As for your runes, you'll be taking Lethal Tempo, Triumph, Legend Bloodline, Coup de Grace, Absolute Focus, and Gathering Storm. This will give you a ton of late game scaling and significantly increase your DPS. For your items, you'll be grabbing your choice of Gale Force or Kraken Slayer and then pick up a pair of Berserker's Greaves. Afterwards, look to grab Rapid Fire Cannon, Lord Dominic's Regards, Infinity Edge, and finish off with either Guardian Angel for extra survivability or Bloodthirster for some bonus damage and healing. Next up on our list, we've got Twitch. With how popular Jinx has become, it's no surprise that Twitch has been climbing the ranks as one of the better hypercarries in the game. And speaking of Twitch, you can follow me on mine at twitch.tv/Nathan_ing. I would love to see you guys there. Anyway, his ability to outscale and outrange Jinx makes him an incredibly powerful pick. Pair this with his invisibility, and you've got a champion that is a solo queue menace. While it may take some practice at first, once you've learned his damage potential, you'll have a far easier time farming up kills with him. Diving into Twitch's itemization, be sure to take Flash and Heal as your summoner spells. Feel free to take Exhaust if you feel like you need it. For your runes, you'll be taking Press the Attack, Presence of Mind, Legend Alacrity, Coup de Grace, Sudden Impact, and Ultimate Hunter. When facing tankier enemies, feel free to take Lethal Tempo instead. Now for your actual items, you'll be grabbing Kraken Slayer, Berserker's Greaves, Rune's Hurricane, Infinity Edge, Lord Dominic's Regards, and then your choice of Guardian Angel for survivability or Mortal Reminder for anti-heal. Before we dive into our next OP bot laner, don't forget to check us out at ProGuides.com. You can go ahead and view our great catalog of challenger coaches that can create a walkthrough to your dream rank. You got a busy schedule? Well, we got you covered. Our trained roster of coaches are here 24/7 to help you reach your goal, whatever that may be. So what are you waiting for? Go check us out, make sure you get that victorious skin this season. Anyway, let's get back into the video and dive right into our next few bot lane picks. Pulling us back into our list, we've got none other than the Hexplosive expert, Ziggs. With the prominence of hypercarries and late game scaling, Ziggs has found an extremely comfortable spot in the bot lane. And no, I'm not talking about as a support with Flash and Teleport. I'm talking about you, Donnie. Anyway, his extremely safe laning phase paired with a super long range has made him a powerful pick. Not to mention that he counters champions like Aphelios, Jinx, and Twitch extremely hard. To top it all off, Ziggs is also fairly easy to play. While it may take some time to get used to your positioning, you'll be dealing a ton of damage in no time. Quickly moving on to Ziggs itemization, be sure to grab Flash and Heal as your summoner spells. If you're not looking to fight as often, be sure to take Teleport to maximize your lane presence and gold income. For your runes, you'll be taking Arcane Comment, Mana Flow Band, Transcendence, Gathering Storm, Magical Footwear, and Biscuit Delivery. These runes will give you a ton of laning power while also letting you scale freely into the late game. For your items, be sure to pick up Leandry's, Sorcerer's Shoes, Seraph's Embrace, Zhonya's, Rabadon's, and then finish off with your choice of Void Staff versus tankier enemies or Shadow Flame versus squishier ones. Also, don't forget to grab your tier early on so you can quickly stack it. Speaking of powerful mages in the bot lane, we've got Vigor. This miniature harbinger of doom has also found a nice home in the bot lane. Similar to Ziggs, Vigor loves the safety and scaling of the bot role, which has led him to be fairly powerful. While Vigor may lack the long range that Ziggs had, he trades it for a faster spike in power alongside higher CC and burst. While Vigor may seem weak at the beginning, once he hits level 6 and picks up as little as a lost chapter, he can easily delete any carry that dares to walk in his way. So if you want a scaling champion that offers a nice balance of lane interaction and scaling, then you'll most likely love Vigor's playstyle in the bot lane. For Vigor's itemization, you'll be taking Flash and Heal as your summoner spell. Feel free to take Teleport if you want to add some additional help with scaling. For your runes, you'll be taking Predator, Taste of Blood, Eyeball Collection, Ingenious Hunter, Mana Flow Band, and Transcendence. Predator will help you hunt down enemies that are trying to run away from you once you reach your power spike. That being said, feel free to take Electrocute instead if your team has reliable CC. As for your items, you'll be grabbing Everfrost, Sorcerer's Shoes, Rabadon's, Zhonya's, Shadow Flame, and then finish off with the Void Staff. Everfrost is an extremely powerful item for Vigor, as it allows him to cage an enemy and then lock them down for his all-in combo. Feel free to grab a tier early on and then sell it into the late game. Next up on our list, we've got Karthus, who's becoming a more popular pick with each patch. Similar to Ziggs and Vigor, Karthus offers a strong laning phase with some extremely powerful scaling. However, Karthus looks to threaten his laner with his overwhelming power early on. While Ziggs uses his range to play safe and Vigor uses his CC to balance offense and defense, Karthus can best be viewed as the most aggressive of the bunch. Not only does he offer high base damage, but with a few kills he can easily carry games thanks to his hyperscaling and global ultimate. It takes quite a bit of practice to understand your damage as Karthus, but once you do, you'll have a ton of success in killing your laner and outscaling them every game. For Karthus' itemization, you're going to want to start off with Flash and Exhaust as your summoner spells. Exhaust will allow you to easily close the gap between you and the enemy carry while also making it easier to land your Qs. For your runes, you'll be taking Dark Harvest, Taste of Blood, Apple Collection, Ultimate Hunter, Presence of Mind, and Last Stand. Last Stand works while Karthus is in his passive form, which is really powerful, and this really means that this makes his build to die for. Speaking of your build, make sure you grab LANERS, Sorcerer's Shoes, Zhonya's, Shadow Flame, Rabadon's, and then finish off with the Void Staff. Remember, you are a very strong laner, so be sure to look for fights early on so you can gain a massive lead. Now before we continue on with the video, don't think for a second that we have forgotten about everybody's favorite ProGuides tradition. For our question of the day today, we want to ask you all, who is one bot laner that you wish could make a reappearance in the meta? Personally, I think it'd be pretty cool to see Kalista back in the meta since she's a fairly unique champion. Regardless, let us know your answers in the comments down below, and nonetheless, let's get back into the video. Pulling us back into the video, we've got one of Riot's newest ADCs, Zeri. While Zeri has received nerf after nerf, she continues to hold a high win rate every single patch. Even with her kit being readjusted to make her weaker with bruiser builds, she continues to carry games once reaching 3 items. A few other Zeri builds have popped up since her mini rework, but so far, they aren't as powerful nor as popular as her standard Trinity Force build. Speaking of her build, let's get into it. For your summoner spells, make sure you take Flash and Heal. As for your runes, you'll be taking Lethal Tempo, Triumph, Bloodline, Coup de Grace, Taste of Blood, and Ingenious Hunter. Ingenious will increase your DPS by a nice amount thanks to the cooldown reduction working with Trinity Force procs. Taking a look at your items, you'll be grabbing Trinity Force, Berserker's Greaves, Ruin's Hurricane, Titanic Hydra, Black Cleaver, and then finish off with your choice of Bloodthirster for healing, Guardian Angel for survivability, or Woodson for some MR and magic damage. Next on our list, we got everybody's favorite tank slayer, Vayne. While it may seem like Vayne would struggle in the current meta due to how much range is being seen in the bot lane, she's actually doing pretty well. Vayne loves being able to scale into the late game, and she is somehow surviving versus Jinx, Aphelios, and Ziggs. Once Vayne reaches a few items, she is able to single-handedly kill every other champion in the game. She only grows in power thanks to top and jungle favoring tankier champions. While Vayne may seem like she's in a weird spot meta-wise, she is incredibly powerful, so be sure to take advantage of her strength while you can. Moving on to her itemization, be sure to take Flash and Heal as your summoner spells. For your runes, you'll be taking Lethal Tempo, Triumph, Alacrity, Coup de Grace, Taste of Blood, and Ravenous Hunter. Feel free to take Press the Attack instead if you need a little bit more of a lane presence. When it comes to your items, you'll be grabbing Shield Bow, Berserker's Greaves, Phantom Dancer, Rage Blade, Randuin's, and then finish off with your choice of Mercurial Scimitar for anti-CC, Guardian Angel for survivability, or Bloodthirster for some nice healing in extended fights. Moving on to our next bot lane pick, we've got Jhin. This artistic mastermind has been in a little bit of an awkward spot in the current meta. His powerful scaling, great utility, and strong laning makes him a contender for one of the best bot lane picks. However, he's weirdly not seeing as much play as a few other champions on this list. This is mostly due to the lack of tank shred, which can easily set him behind versus certain team compositions. However, putting that aside, he's easily one of the best bot laners in the game since he does everything extremely well. He can scale just as hard as Jinx, he can provide more utility than Vigor or Ashe, and his laning phase is on par with champions like Varus. Overall, Jhin is a great pick if you're looking to help your team get ahead while also giving yourself a lead. Taking a look at Jin's build path, be sure to take Flash and Heal as your summoner spells. For your runes, you'll be taking Fleet Footwork, Presence of Mind, Bloodline, Cut Down, Biscuit Delivery, and Time Warp Tonic. Get in the habit of pressing your potions during fights so you can go ahead and get the most out of Time Warp. When it comes to your actual items, you'll be grabbing Gale Force, Swiftness Boots, Collector, Rapid Fire Cannon, Infinity Edge, then finish off with your choice of Lord Dominic's Regards or Guardian Angel. Before we continue on to the end of the video, if you want to join an amazing community of people like you that loves lists, talk pieces, and other things like this, check out our Discord using the link found in the description. What are you waiting for? Join up! Nonetheless, let's get back into the video and take a look at our final few champions for the bot lane. Drawing us closer to the end of the video, we've got none other than the pop star herself, Seraphine. While Seraphine was already in a decent spot within the meta, she's become far more popular and far more powerful thanks to her new buffs. With these changes, Seraphine continues to be a strong laner that can neutralize any matchup while also being able to provide her team with high amounts of utility. It may seem weird to play her at first, but once you get used to her simple combos, she's a great carry champion. Plus, who doesn't like to be able to clear an entire wave with just an EQ combo? To start off her itemization journey, make sure you take Flash and Heal as your summoner spells. For runes, you'll be grabbing Summon Airy, Manaflow Band, Transcendence, Gathering Storm, Bone Plating, and Revitalize. These runes will give you a ton of lane presence while also letting you peacefully scale into the late game. As for your items, you'll be grabbing LANERS, Lucidity Boots, Seraph's Embrace, Rallies, Zhonya's, and then finish off your choice of Rabadon's or Cosmic Drive. Don't forget to pick up Terra as early as possible so that you can start stacking it. Last but certainly not least, we've got Senna. Senna is in an interesting spot when it comes to the bot lane meta. While she is doing far better as a support, she is still viable as an ADC. That being said, if you have a partner, it's best to play her as a fasting Senna. Her incredible lane presence paired with her ability to outscale most hyper carries is what really makes her a massive threat. I'm sure that we've all encountered the Senna that has more auto range than a turret. Taking a look at your itemization, be sure to grab Flash and Heal as your summoner spells. For your runes, you'll be taking Fleet Footwork, Presence of Mind, Legend Alacrity, Cut Down, Physical Delivery, and Approach Velocity. Keep in mind that your Q was changed and now provided slow, which means that Approach Velocity has a ton of value when paired with your passive. Now taking a look at her items, you'll be running Eclipse, Swiftness Boots, Man Immune, Rapid Fire Cannon, Rage Blade, and then finish off your choice with Guardian Angel for additional survivability or Mortal Reminder for anti-heal. Remember to pick up your tier as soon as possible because it's fairly hard to stack on Senna early on. And that sums up our video for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to join our ProGuides family at ProGuides.com. We offer exclusive giveaways and classes that you won't catch anywhere else, so stay tuned and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you guys back in the next video, but don't forget, stay safe, stay healthy, and have a wonderful day. Peace.